Right. You are done? Look over all these steps, right? Right? So let's look over all these steps. First step is what? Let's right, let y equal to 5x plus 2 or 3. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is what? Interchange only. Right, nice. Next step is what? Right, next step is solve for y. Right, and before you solve for y, what you do? What you do before you start to solve for y? Make sure you part with y on the left hand side. Okay? So we have 5y plus 2 over 3 is equal to x. What do we do when we reach here now? Okay? Huh? What do you think? I'll help you out here. Right. Right? So you carry across the 3 or cross multiply. Okay? So it will be 1 by 5y plus 2 is 3 by x. Right? Multiply it out, you'll get 5y plus 2 is 3x. What do I get rid of next? Plus 2, right? And it becomes minus 2. What do I get rid of next? Nice. I thought I remember something. You remember that? Yeah? 3x minus 2 is 5, right? So that is the inverse. Alright? So those are your steps. Let y equal to the function. Interchange x and y. Solve for y. Alright. Right? That's one. Okay, now, and let's do a harder one now. Okay, that? Right, so I'm going to give you one, same principle, right? But these are the harder types that you will see in the exam, right? Same principle, interchange, solve for y, both times is 2 fractions, cross multiply, right? But when you solve it, there is something a little bit different for these here. I'm going to see how you will handle it, right? Right? Find the inverse of 3x plus 1 over x plus 2. Find the inverse of that. Follow the steps. Let's see how far you will reach. Right? Find the inverse of these here. Right? Richard, you got in class then? Right, Richard, yes. That's like normal right here. Right? These put x over 1, right? Right? Same thing, cross multiply and make y the subject, right? So you'll recognize that you have two sets of y. Bring all the y's on one side and move it. I'm going to give it too long a break. That's too short. Yeah, but when we start, of course, oh, it tends to be 2 weeks. And there's too much of some of them, we'll forget it's much time. Finish? So you should have this step that y equal to 3x plus 1 over x plus 2. And you should have the next step interchange x and y. So you should have x is equal to 3y plus 1 over y plus 2. So you're supposed to have up until there. Now we have what? We have two fractions across the. We have two fractions either side of the equal sign, so we can cross multiply. Right? So cross multiply and then bring all the y's on the left side. And let's see what that's like. Cross multiply. Right? So let's see how it looks. Let's see how it went, right? Online, you'll figure this, right? So when you have to solve for y, you're going to cross multiply, right? So you're going to multiply x by y plus 2 is equal to 3y plus 1 by 1. If you have it the other way around, 1 by 3y plus 1 equal to x by y plus 2, nothing wrong with that. Same thing, right? They both mean the same thing. So when you multiply this out, you would end up with xy plus 2x is equal to 3y plus 1. Remember, the objective of this is to let y be by itself. So bring all the y's on one side. So you'll get xy minus 3y and move everything else on the left side. Anybody confused there? Cedric, you're okay? What is there? So I cross multiply and I bring all the y's on the same side. Are you okay with that? What do I do now? Because there is still an x and a minus 3. Alright, factor out y. So it will be y multiplied by x minus 3 is 1 minus 2x. And then you want to get y by itself. So you're going to move away. Sorry, move across the x minus. So that is your answer. Some people may have 2x minus 1 over 3 minus x. They both mean the same thing, right? They both mean the same thing, all the signs are different. Okay, so that's what the hard ones will look like. Yeah, that can work, Shannon. That can work as well, Shannon. Right, let's try one more for choice in the past papers. Right. There is one more question that they like to ask, right? If anybody is paying attention when I taught this last year or the year. Probably not. I can try. What value of x will make f of x undefined? Huh? -1. No. What value of x will make f of x undefined? One person said -2. Is that correct? Yep, correct. Right. What does undefined mean? Go to the calculator and press any number divided by 0. Any number divided by 0. And you get error. What? Any number divided by 0 will give you undefined. Alright? So to figure out what will make that function undefined, take the denominator and make it equal to 0 and solve for x. That's okay? So when x is -2, that function is undefined. Right? Because anything divided by 0 is infinity, which is undefined. Are you okay with that? It was the first time you hear that in your life, write it down. Any fraction divided by 0. Any fraction divided by 0 is undefined. Any fraction divided by 0 is undefined. That is, if the denominator is equal to 0, that is, if the denominator is equal to 0, that is, if the denominator is equal to 0, the function is undefined. The function is undefined. That's what will happen. Yeah. All right. 19, you all got that? So all we have to know is what value in the denominator, what value x will make if the denominator 0. In this case, x is minus. Answer? You okay with that? Sure. I don't think I can go there. There you go. Gotta come on the board. All right. So before we wrap up functions, let us try a hard one, right? June 2014. Try this, please. June 2014. Try this. Let's try this here. First part, the first part, we kind of just did it. Yeah, I don't know why. But it's not one shot. But you've got the value of x. You know, sure? -1, right? When you plug in -1 there, right, it will make f of x undefined. Are you okay with that? Because remember, the denominator has to be 0. So the only value that will make it undefined is when x is -1. That's okay? Yeah? You sure? Go ahead. Find f of g of 5. You can do it the long way or the short way. What's the short way? What's the long way? What's the long way? Find find g of f of x and then plug in 5. What's the short way? Find f of 5 and plug in that value. And part 3 is what? What we've been doing all the time, right? Go ahead. Wait, it's long with it. That's not true. I have 28 verses quickly. Online message your answers, please. Last minute. Okay. Try this now. Hurry up, someone else on part 2. Slow. Right, we talked about part 1 already. Oh gosh. Right, keep messaging online. Matthews, message your answers. Let's see how it's looking. Quinn, did I get your answers? Quinn, yeah, I got it. Quinn. I got yours, I got Rubina. Quinn, nice, good. I got Shannon, first answer. Let me go on. Got Florel, Sebastian, first answer. Nice. Again, so. Right, Ricardo. Part 1 is what again? Right, part 1 is x is minus 1. Part 2, as I said, find what first? Find f of 5 first, right? So f of 5 is what? F of 5 is 2 by 5 plus 7 over 5, which is how much? 17 over 6. Then they want g of f of 5. So that's g of 17 over 6. 4 by 17 over 6 plus 3. 40.33. So the answer is 14.33, right? Hurry up. Some of you all did not complete part 3. Hurry up. Part 2. What you got there for 5? Hurry up. 1 minute again. I did part 3. $14.33. Oh, wait, someone let this come away. Oh, yeah. And let's take a look at the inverse now, right? Got it? The inverse. Yeah. All right, last one, the inverse. Right, 2x plus 7 over x plus 1. Right, let y equal to that, and then interchange x and y. X is equal to 2y plus 7 over y plus 1. Last part, solve for y. So how do we solve for y? Two fractions equal signs, so we're going to cross multiply. X by y plus 1, 2y plus 7 by 1. So we'll get xy plus x is equal to 2y plus 7. Right? Next step, bring all the y's together. So xy minus 2y is 7 minus x. Then factor out y. X minus 2 is equal to 7 minus x. Then move across x minus 2. And that's it. That is the efficiency. X minus 7. Right? If all your signs opposite to mine, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, you do that first. Yeah, but you have to understand when they are. So just making sure. So x minus 7 over 2 minus x minus 7 over 2 minus x. Yeah. Once all the signs opposite, just skip. Any questions online? Here you go. Yeah. First one. It must be 2 brackets on either side. Right? So that is your hard functions. Let's take a look at one. All right. This one a little bit weird, right? Let's see if we can figure out this one here. It's a little bit different. They gave you a relation diagram. This is not like what we've been doing all the time. So you'll have to think a little bit. Right? This is a relation diagram, and they want you to figure out part 1, 2, and 3. Take a read. Try to understand what it's telling you. When I started to show you functions, I did it like that. Right? Try to see if you understand what they asked. What is the function for this relation diagram? Right, let me give it here. You'll see in the back, we can figure. Alright, that's the best I can do, right? So what you did, they gave you that relation diagram and they gave you the function. And they said when you put x in here, that's the function. So when x is 4, you get 11. When x is 5, you get 20. When x is 6, again 51. So my question is, what is k? What is k? Think about it. I'm going to pick on somebody. What is k? Jacob. What do you think is k, Jacob? What to do? Question I asked, what is k? Tell me how to find k. Online, any answers for k? Yeah. I know what you're yeah, Ishana, what to do? Pick up Ravina. Right? So substitute the x value, make it equal to 11 and solve the k. Because here's what it's saying, right? The relation diagram saying what? When I put 4 in here, I am getting 11. Correct? So now we're getting 4 squared minus k is 11. So it means that 16 minus k is 11. So k is how much? Right? 16 minus 5 will give you 11. Are you okay with that? Right? So you need to understand what the relation diagram given here. It's given the x value and the answer, the y value. And it also telling you what the function is. Okay? So when you put 4 in there, the answer is 11. All right? Let me keep something. Minus k is equal to 11 minus right. What is f of 3 now, Carisha? Carisha, what is f of 3? Right? We know what f of x is now, right? Hi, Carisha. Excuse. What is f of 3? Huh? 4. How you get that? How you got that? Substitute access. Substitute access is 3. 3 squared is 9. 9 minus 5 is 4. Okay? Right. I guess I want to give you one hard part now. Follow that, Josiah? Right, Josiah, we have a little problem now. I'm going to give you a y value, and you have to figure out what the x value is. Okay? Try this last part here for us. Shana. Yes, Shana. Sorry. Find the value for x when f of x is 95. y value scalar. Find the x when the function is 95. So we have to go the other way around now. What are we going to do? So just put the number and see which one is the 95. Now let's see. This question is supposed to be easier than the others. Huh? Just the way they word it. Right? They want the value of x when the function is 95. What is the function? The function is x squared minus 5. So don't get confused. Just write down what you know, right? You know that f of x is x squared minus 5. And the question here says that it equals to what? 95. Can you solve for x? Yes. You should be able to, right? Oh, yeah, there you go. Solve for x and I'm here answer. Wait, there you go. Class. That's my class. Class before this. Yeah. What's in the answer? Then I say that because scale. Then what? So x squared is equal to 95 plus 5. X squared is 100. So x is what? Square root of 100, which is 10. All right. Okay, so I just wanted to give you this question because I recognize some of you all could follow the patterns good, but when they reword the question, they get confused. All right? So you need to understand what functions is, right? So the relation diagram is one type, and the one I gave you is the next type. All right? So the ones I gave you last week and the 2 types I gave you this week, those are the wave function questions to come. All right? All right. So today I wanted to just run through coordinate geometry. You'll have this in the summary. So do I write it down because it's probably I'm not sorry before I do that. So in coordinate geometry, did I show you something, right? I have all these rules. If you don't want to write and take a picture, make sure you have them because we're going to use them now, right? Right. Coordinate geometry, we have these rules here. 1, 2, 3, and the next side here. Anyway. So coordinate geometry, you need to be able to find the distance between 2 points. Right? You need to find midpoint. It's hardly ever use the first one, right? So how do you find midpoint? Add up the 2 x values and divide by 2. Add up the 2 y values and divide by 2. That is your midpoint value. All right? So if I gave you 2 points on a line, then to get the midpoint, you just follow that formula there. And then you have the formula for gradients, right? Let me see if you remember anything. Malachi, parallel lines have what? Yeah. What parallel lines have in common? Equal gradients. Olini. perpendicular lines. Very good. Both gradients multiplied to give you -1. All right, so make a note of this, please. Please, you have all this already? Right, the most popular rule there is that parallel lines have equal gradients, and when they're perpendicular, the gradients is -1. So while we're there, can you tell me what is the gradient of this line? Right, sorry. Right, let us say I gave you a line like this, right? And the gradient for the first line is 4. What would be the gradient for the next line? 2 lines looking like that. One is 4. What would be the gradient of the next line? 4? 4? How come? Very good. Right? Because the lines are parallel. Okay? Parallel lines have equal gradients, right? Suppose I give you 2 perpendicular lines. And the gradient here is 1/4. What would be the gradient of the next line? -4. How you got that? Negative reciprocal. Flip the value over and change the sign. Okay? So 1/4 becomes 4/1 and change the sign. Okay? Perpendicular lines. When you multiply them, the product is -1. Parallel lines, the gradients equal. Let's do one more, please. Let's say we have these 2 lines here. 3 lines. And the gradient of this line is gradient of this line is 3. What's the gradient of the next 2 lines? Line 1 and line the next line. What will be the gradient of the next 2 lines? The big one. Put your hand up. What's the gradient of M1? What's the gradient of this line here? What? 3, same value, why? Because the parallel. What's the gradient of the second line, Sama? What's the gradient of this line here? Just show it last one. -1. If the value over, change the sign. So it will be negative. Okay. So perpendicular lines, they are negative reciprocals of each other, right? And last part, how to find the equation of a line. Before I go to the note, anybody remember what to do? Right, no, that is the equation. How to find it? What are the steps to find? Yeah, step number 1 is for finding. Step number 2 is to finding. Step number 1, find the gradient. Step number 2, find the y. Write that please equation of a line. You'll see that? Back. Equation of a line. Right? So to find the equation of a line, find the gradient, get a point and find c. Ready? Let us see if you can do one, right? So to find the equation of a line, you have to get y is mx plus c. For you to get y is mx plus c, you need m and c. Alright? So you must get m and c. See it once again. What does c represent kilon? And MSD. Alright. It's very part of it. That's for job. Alright, so this is supposed to be one of the easier ones, right? So topic wise, right? Let's see if we can figure out free rights. Right? Remember no class. Anyway, I'll remind you, no class next week and the week after. Right? For the ones that do that one in the form 4, or that one in the form 4, then I'll tell you what topics they do it. Let's start here, June 2012. Right, let's start June 2012 there, right? Kilo, yeah? Kilo, come to this. Are you ready? I want to help you with nothing, right? Go ahead. You need help with this subject. Finish gradient part. Doing it done. Huh? Anyone who wants it, this could be x1, y1, or the next one. And this next y. It don't matter. Whichever one you choose, just give it up all the time. Right, take your time, find gradient. So gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Right, so that would be what? Minus 2 minus 6 over 0 minus 6. I got minus 8 and minus 6 or 4 and 3. Anybody got that? 4 and 3?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, we need to get the equation of the line. We already have the gradient, so what do we need now? We need the get on here. What we need now? Solve for what? What equation? You missing something? You want to get the equation of the line. What we need to get the equation? Gradient and right. So we had to solve this, right? All right. We all got the C. Huh? Solve the C. Look back at the note I gave you, right? C is equal to y minus mx. Does it matter which point we use? Spices? Does it matter if you use S or T? No, because they both on the line. They'll give you the same value, right? So if y is minus 2, gradient is 4 and 3, x is 0. I use T. Use S, it don't matter. You will still get minus 2 as the answer. So therefore your gradient is y by mx plus c. All right? How you get midpoint? How do you get midpoint? What's the formula for midpoint? Yeah, I tell you. What's the formula for midpoint? Yolanda? What's the formula for midpoint? Right. Add up the x values, divide by 2. Add up the y values, divide by 2. So that's 6 plus 0 and 2. 6 plus minus 2 and 2. So I got 3, 2. Anybody got that? Do the last part fast and what you get. Do the last part. Let's see what you got, right? You know, finish. Right? Length of a line is what? Square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. That's the square root of 6 squared plus 8 squared. And we have 10. 10. Last part. Right? We'll do this one. We'll do this one quickly and together. June 2011. The first part is what is A and P. I'll give you the top. A is how much? Minus 2, 3, and B is how much? 4, 6. Write it down. 2011, number 6B. A is minus 2, 3, and B is 4, 6. Next, find the gradient and find the equation. Find the gradient and find the equation. That fast? Find the gradient and the equation. Find the gradient and the equation. All right, let's see what you got. Super gradient. I hope you all see it, right? For gradient, I have y2, which is 6 minus 3 over 4 minus 2. So I got 3 over 6. And look that up. I have 3 over 6. And do I have to work out the y-intercept? Do I have to work out C? Right. You can see C, right? Right there. You'll see and C. Yeah? C. Right. So C is how much? C is 4. So the equation is y is equal to mx plus a half x plus 4. Okay? Alright? So basic coordinate geometry, of course, have more challenging ones. I just did these to kind of refresh you, right? You could go and try the others.